No, it's not a train. It's a school bell. So, good evening, everyone. This is the fourth meeting of our online class. Thank you for joining this class and thank you for participating. And also, I want to say thank one of you submitted the paper already. Mhm. It's okay, still have time. Mhm. So, today's topic, we're going to discuss chapter 4. If you have your book, please open your book on chapter 4. The title is Ideas. Okay, do you find it? Chapter 4. The title is Ideas. First, I would like to read the introduction. The introduction is in Indonesia. So, in this chapter, agar Anda dapat memahami suatu paragraf, di samping Anda harus memahami kata-katanya, Anda juga harus memahami kata-kata sambung yang digunakan dalam paragraf tersebut. So, please highlight it that tonight we're going to focus on connecting word, kata sambung. Dalam reading 4 ini, kata-kata sambung tersebut dibahas lagi dengan pendekatan yang berbeda dan tingkat kesulitan yang lebih tinggi. So, you can prepare your dictionary if you have. You can use your online dictionary or any dictionary. So now, let's start. First, before we go to the ideas and the main point of this chapter, I would like to introduce you the metacognition strategy. First, ada yang mau membacakan metacognition strategy? Silakan. Yep. Okay. So, because this is a reading class and I give you a project for it, that's why I introduced this term metacognition strategy. So it is a strategy when you read. So a good reader use metacognitive strategies to think about and have control over their reading. It is very important that before reading, you might clarify your purpose and to read and to preview the text. So it is very important when you read a book or you read an article, you have a purpose. Sometimes the purpose is, what do I want to read? What is the purpose of reading this chapter? What is the purpose of reading this book? Some people have purpose reading a book because it is a mandatory, karena itu kewajiban. But sometimes some people also reading for fun. Oh, because I really enjoy when I read a passage. And also during reading, it's very important that sebentar ya suaranya. So During reading, they might monitor their understanding, adjusting their reading speed to fit the difficulty of the text, and fixing any comprehension problem they have. It is very important too. While you are reading, you need to adjust your reading speed. Do you know the term reading speed? Tahu definisi reading speed? Yep. Sometimes we lower our reading speed according to the difficulties of the passage we read. Kadang kita menurunkan kecepatan tergantung dari kesulitan teks yang kita baca. Is it correct? So while we read an easy text, sometimes we just read less than 1 hour. But when we read a complex text which requires a lot of comprehension, a complex word, sometimes it takes longer. And also, after reading, it is very important to check your understanding of what you read. Does it happen to you? Do you read, but when you read something, but you don't get anything? Have you ever had this experience? Mhm. Jadi kadang kita baca tapi sometimes we read but we don't get any idea what I have read. I forgot, or sometimes we just like we are moving our eyes but we don't move our mind. Jadi itu sangat penting. Nah, so today's lesson we will focus on idea. So when we read, what should we know? It is very important to know the vocabulary list and also connector and transition sentences. Especially when we read like a story, a long paragraph, it is very important to understand each connector so we can see the changing moment that the writer proposed in the sentences. Jadi ini sangat penting untuk mengetahui vocabulary list, connector, and transition sentences. Oh ya, hari ini how many students can participate in my class? Yang bisa aktif berdiskusi ada berapa orang ya? I have so many questions, so we can discuss together. Okay, 3? Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, so as usual, before we start the class, I would like to invite you to share your experience. Do you still remember that we have a free voluntary reading? So how is it going? What's up with your reading? Jadi gimana pengalaman membacanya 1 bulan ini? Jadi ada yang mau share pengalaman membacanya 1 minggu ini? Who wants to go first? Okay, go. Silahkan. Both. Just make it short, because keep the best for our meeting. Make it short first. Okay, you can share your experience. Bisa dibahas singkat dulu karena besok ketika kelas, besok minggu kan next Sunday we're gonna have an offline meeting, so save the best for the last. But for today's, just make it short. Silakan. Siapa dulu? 2 minggu ini saya sudah menyelesaikan 2 novel. It's just a short story. The first one is Cry for Freedom, and the second one is Dublin People. It published by Oxford University Press. I just borrowed this book from library. And now I try to finish another novel, but it's very thick book, and I don't have time to read this. But I will start to read this too, because I ask you to read, and also I do it. Because I don't want to just ask someone to do something that I don't do. Jadi ketika saya memberi tugas, saya juga melakukan itu karena I teach you how to read, so I should have an example as a good reader. Jadi karena saya nyuruh tugasnya membaca, saya pun juga membaca supaya saya juga melakukan hal yang sama dan saya juga belajar. Okay. Last week you read this. Maybe others? Yeah, I think all of us are busy. It's okay. Okay, belum ada yang mau share? Saya tunggu nih. Uh, so do I. Okay, now next. Okay, we go to this slide. The transition sentences. For these transition sentences, English transition words are essential since they not only connect ideas but also introduce a certain shift, contrast or opposition, emphasis or agreement, purpose, result or conclusion in the line of argument. Jadi transition sentences itu artinya kalimat-kalimat yang itu menunjukkan degree of changing, perubahan-perubahan. The transition words and phrases have been assigned only once to somewhat artificial categories, although some words belong to more than one category. Nah, I have some examples of transition words. First, this is about agreement, addition, or similarity. So, when we read and we find a transition word, some transition word have each mode. Jadi setiap transisi itu ada mode-modenya. Mode, ya. Nah, mode yang di sini itu yang pertama yang kita pelajari adalah tentang connecting. So far, do you have any question? Ada pertanyaan sejauh ini? Okay. So I have 3 tables, and a table consists of at least 10 examples. Could you read the first table, please? Ada yang bisa membacakan tabel pertama? Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, thank you. And can you read the other one, please? The next one, the next table. Ada yang mau baca lagi? Mm-hmm. Okay. And the last one I will read for you. Moreover, as well as, together with, of course, likewise, comparatively, correspondingly, similarly, furthermore, and additionally. And if you find difficulties to translate this, you can open your dictionary. Jadi kalau misalnya ada yang kesulitan, nggak tahu artinya apa, bisa dibuka kamus. And now I have exercise. Let's do this together. First, yep, I have some more. Don't worry, I still have some more. So first, connect the sentences with where, when, so, whom, that, but, or because. I give you like a minute to read this first. Saya beri waktu 1 menit untuk membaca soalnya dulu semua. Jadi silahkan dipilih nanti. Sudah? Okay. So connect the sentences with where, when, so, who, that, and, but, or because. Okay, number one. I cannot come, blah blah blah, I have no time. Kira-kira apa ya? Okay, good, because. And number two, you can climb up the tree, blah blah blah, you must be careful. Good, but still, see the transition? You can climb, blah blah blah, you must be careful. There is a transition mood that is contrasted. So, you although to do this, blah blah blah, you should be careful. And number three, she came in, blah blah blah, sat down. Ada yang bilang and, ada yang bilang when. She came in, blah blah blah, sat down. Which one? It sounds good. Yep, it should be and. She came in and sat down. Do you know why? Because see, let me highlight. There is a word came in and sat down. Do you know that those are verbs? So if there are two equal verbs, we need to add and. I laughed. Blah blah blah. Tom had told me a joke. I laugh. I laugh when Tom had told me a joke. I laughed because Tom had told me a joke. Which one is makes sense? More makes sense. I laugh. I laughed when Tom had told me a joke, or I laughed because Tom had told me a joke. How many people say when? Mhm. And how many people agree with because? Mhm. 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 For me, because sounds makes sense. Mhm. Yeah, that's possible too. And next one. He was not at home, blah blah blah. We asked the neighbors when he would be back. Ada yang jawab so, kemudian yang lain, he was not at home, blah blah blah. We asked the neighbors so he would would when he would be back. Ya, yang benar adalah so. Next, the police arrested the thief. Blah 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 had. Hmm? Yep, who? The police arrested the thief who had stolen the money. Next one, seven. I can't help you. Blah blah blah. You should ask Mary. So I can't help you. Blah blah blah. You should ask Mary. Hmm? Yep. Yep. So ada ini. So where, when, and so who, that. Oh, and so who, that, and but because. Yang nggak ada tuh or. Yep. Oh, ini harusnya so aja, nggak pakai and. Tapi ada pilihan so. There is an option so for this question. Okay, can we continue number 8? Okay, she went to bed early, blah blah blah. She was tired. Okay, because. Oh ya, nomor 7 kelewatan. I can't help you, blah blah blah. You should ask Mary. Kira-kira apa? I can't help you, but you should ask Mary. Or I can help you and you should ask Mary. I can't help you, so you should ask Mary. Ya, yang benar adalah so. I can't help you, so you should ask Mary. Number 8. She went to bed early. Blah blah blah. She was tired. Okay, because. 9. She got a bad mark at her last test. Blah blah blah. She promised to learn a lot from the next one. Lihat kan ini ada kayak contrast. She got a bad mark at her last test, but she promised to learn a lot from for the next one. Yang benar adalah but. Number 10. She always greets friendly. Blah blah blah. I meet her. Kira-kira apa? When? Next, number 11. I found out blah 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 they are leaving. where they're living. 12, the last one for this section because I have so many questions. Here were the trousers, blah blah blah, we had bought last Friday. That, okay, very good.